all of this news out of Europe certainly having a major influence here on U.S. markets as well. Big rally underway today. And Hank Smith is the Chief Investment Officer at Haverford Trust Co, helps oversee $6 billion in assets. Hank, welcome to you. So you just heard the breaking news about Gordon Brown resigning, and of course we had earlier the word that we have this EU bailout to contain the Greek contagion risk. I mean, we have this massive rally underway here. So weave it all together for me. How is this all going to influence not just markets here, but globally?
Well, Lori, we think this is bringing back into focus what is the really big picture here, and that is we are in the early stages of a powerful profits recovery. Remember, it's profits drive stock prices. And 3 quarters ago, it started mostly on cost cutting and productivity gains, but now we're seeing top line growth drive through to bottom line growth. And we are just at the beginning of this, along with accelerating GDP growth. And despite the markets being up 70% off of the bottom, stocks are attractively valued. So this is a good opportunity if you weren't in to redeploy cash off of the sidelines.
So Hank, the fundamentals, as you just illustrated, are there, but there's so much uncertainty out there. Maybe people are feeling more calm today, but look at that VIX index, the volatility or the fear index. I mean, how do you take a real position with so many wide swings going on lately?
Well, that has been a characteristic, well, except for the last 2 months in which it got very complacent. But really, while we don't have the fear and panic from 14 months ago, there's still a lot of anxiety. So that means all of that cash on the sidelines that has missed a lot of the bull market, that's creating anxiety. They're earning nothing. And this is actually healthy from a technical standpoint. So technically, it looks good. Fundamentally, it looks good for the market.
Well, Hank, speaking of market fundamentals, still some concerns over what happened last week and that precipitous drop in the averages. Right. Was that just because of a Greek contagion, or was it something more?
Well, I think it really was the contagion, and also the fact in the last several weeks, if you look at the headlines across all major newspapers, you saw the rioting, you saw Molotov cocktails being thrown, and that created additional fear and anxiety. But really, not to diminish the seriousness of Southern Europe's problems, the bigger picture, though, is this profits recovery and global GDP growth recovery.
So, Hank, you oversee $6 billion. What are you doing with that these days? How are you investing?
Well, right now, to steal a bond strategy, we're using a barbell strategy for our equity portfolios. On the one side, being weighted toward defensive, stable, steady Eddie companies like Staples and healthcare, and on the other side, exposure to basic materials and industrials, and there is the barbell right there.
Hank Smith, many thanks of Haverford Trust Company.